Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? This is just a short video. Um, what I picked up last night while rewatching, and rewatching again, the interview room with Chris McDonough. Some things may be things that he spoke on and spotted. Some things he didn't speak on that I picked up. Not that I think I'm better than him, but like everybody else, we all have different perspectives. So something that may jump out to one person as strange may not jump out to another, and vice versa. So I think that's why I always tell, you as Sunshines and anybody else that's listening, that it's very important for us to watch everybody and everything. And get different perspectives. You never know what you might pick up on. I do want to address a couple things real quick and fast and in a hurry. One, everybody that is condemning me for being kind and, for lack of a better way to put it, Christian-like towards Benny Keys, may want to kind of reevaluate yourself and things. I'm not out here advocating and saying Benny's a great person, elect him head of CPS, or put him in an elected official's office. What I am saying is that this man and his family have lost a family member in a quite horrific way. And his son, a child, I believe 3 years old, has just had the fungulitis and got over that. I know what it did to me and my body and my family. And then on top of that, as it seems, what was his best friend, he's having to take a public stand, not supporting them and being honest. Regardless of what somebody's done, I'm nobody's judge, jury, nor executioner. So I don't have the right to judge that man. It's really kind of foul for me to try. Am I saying that we're going shopping at Walmart together or that we're going to sit down for lunch? More than likely not. Phone calls and texts and emails? Nope, not doing that either. Am I saying that as one human being to another, I don't got beef with him, I don't have drama with him, and I don't see a reason to unnecessarily start that? Abso-freaking-lutely. That's it. Period. And if that's a problem for people, I apologize. And for one of the Sunshines, the comments there, it's up. Let me say this. No, I didn't have a problem calling you out publicly, because this is not the first time that you've done this. You make public comments on my page disparaging me. You did this before, previously, in another situation. Did you publicly apologize when you found out you were wrong? Absolutely not. You went to my Patreon and sent a private message apologizing to me. That's what I have a problem with. You can feel however you want to feel and think however you want to think. But if you're going to have the same energy when you come to apologize, when you find out you're wrong, have that same energy when you're wrong as you had when you were judging me and my actions without knowing all the facts. There's a lot of stuff that subscribers are not privy to. And here lately, there's been a real dark side of YouTube that I didn't know anything about or that existed. And this case has really shined a light on it and brought it out. I mean, I want to get into this video, but I want to say this. Do you understand? Does everybody get that people systematically plotted to fake this woman's death so that they could blame me for being a cyber bully. Let that resonate for a minute. And then go to Google and type in cyber bully. Look at all the articles that pull up. It's been a huge thing. I mean, most people I thought were kind of privy to knowing what was going on. But can you imagine? And then put yourself in my shoes for the 2 or 3 days that no one knew. And that there was a possibility that this lady did commit suicide. How am I feeling? Can y'all fathom that for a moment? And then emails and Facebook messages, real nasty ones, sent to me, family members, my community, my pastor. Are you kidding me? Like, you guys have no idea. And I'm not going to go into it because that's not what this video is about. But I wish that I was perfect enough that I could judge everybody and look down on them and condemn them. What I'm going to do for you, the still calling herself Sunshine, is I'm going to pray for you. And if me telling you my real life circumstances is the issue, and then showing you the receipts with it is an issue, I'm sorry that you don't understand and that you don't care about the fact that Trixie sent in the message saying that Noah was Janet's son. And then Noah is saying he's the judge and making all these videos, but yet he shares a phone with his mother. Does anybody not wonder how Chase came to be brought into this case and how it all ties up together and how it has anything to do with Summer? I mean, because there is a how and a why. And if you think law enforcement isn't investigating Mr. Chase Chasington and that, then why do you think TBI put out a statement saying that if there was a fundraiser asking to donate monies for anything to do with Summer, not to donate? And I'm paraphrasing. That's not verbatim, but that's basically what they said. Why do you think they said that? You think they don't know about the Lamar fiasco, even if nobody reported it to them? Do you think they got blinders on and they're not paying attention to this YouTube good stuff? Think again. Now, let's go over the bullet points from this. It's my thoughts on the revisit of Candus's interview with CM. Some things were just like a stamp and reaffirming what I already felt and thought, and some things were new. One, I noticed that the whole time they're standing out there, anytime that she looks towards the water, that she is staring straight ahead at the same spot in the water with this almost like going through the motions look on her face. And it's a point right beyond where the tree's coming up out of the water that's fallen over, in my opinion. And then this jumped out to me, and I believe as DA, or as DV and SA survivors, this is something that would resonate very strongly, especially those of us that have PTSD. And I wrote, what jumps out at me again today and back then is the spot that she's at when she says time slows down, that everything is in slow motion. For me personally, with the PTSD and stuff, and I just recently experienced this while I was doing a delivery. The point you're at when time slows down and you get that almost like you're in a movie in slow motion, when that occurs, for me personally and for others I've spoken with and counselors I've talked to, usually that is a point, that trigger point that you're at where the events were set in motion, if that makes sense. Like, I was out doing a delivery, and I was on the road that led to the house that I lived in with my abuser. And it was a moment like that for me. I was literally driving the same drive I drove every night when I went home to that house. And I was less than maybe 3/10 of a mile, 4/10 of a mile from the road, the little road that led to our driveway. It wasn't even I would say a quarter mile from the point that it hit me to where I would be parking if I was going there. And I did not drive there. I turned around at that point and left. But my point is, why, if Summer got gone at the house, Summer got gone at the basement, from their house, why are you triggered nearly 40 minutes, 45 minutes from your home at the water? That struck me as strange and odd. Unless Summer being missing and whatever happened to her actually happened at the water, not at the house. Just saying. These are my personal thoughts. She's right at the beginning of the path to the water when she makes that comment about the slow motion. I also noted that Chris made a point to say that she was sober. And then, and this will come back up again before this ends, but Candus says that the bathing suit was under her clothes before they left the house. H, which is the young man, I'll refer to him as H, says that she put it on at his house. And once we get further into the story, you'll see this, that she builds and tells. When she's telling her story, she had no intention of being gone for a long period of time that day. She was going to take her mom and drop her off, get that done, doctor's appointment, whatever, and come right back. She says that basically. So why would you put on a bathing suit underneath her clothes? As a parent, as a mother, that's to me a red flag. Why? You left your 3 boys at home alone. None of them are at the age legally where they can be left alone. You have a CPS case pending. Why would you do that? Just a question. She actually tells on herself that she has more than one phone. She actually tells on herself. And I'll get into that deeper on in. And then she really tries to distance herself from Jose. I think he has some kind of information. I really do. Because she's acting like she doesn't know Jose hardly at all. Even though he was the one that caused the domestic violence dispute to occur and on to be arrested. Why? Why does she want to say, no, I don't really know him. That was Allie's dude. It really wasn't me. And yep, you'll hear my notebook pages turning because that's what I'm going back to. I'm going back to my notes in my notebook and doing what I like to do and makes sense to me. So here's a question that I've been asking and nobody has answered. Like they don't think it's important, I guess, or whatever. But they talk about taking Jose home, but who took the other 13 dudes and their families home? Who took Allie home and her kids? Because they were all piled in, staying there. So how did they get home? Did they just snap, snap, zip, zip, and twiggle their nose like Samantha and get home? Or what? Who took them home? And why is it not mentioned? Could have been Don because he was in Utah until he got that call and came to get Jose. And here's another question that's not been addressed. They keep the Jose thing, and it's my last Jose comment pretty much. She keeps saying he likes chicks with what rhymes with chicks. And he made that comment, and that's why he didn't want Allie. Allie says he messed with Candus, so I don't know. But my thing is, they keep saying that her mother took him to North Carolina to his girlfriend's house. Okay, I thought he liked chicks with dinglings. So, see, it's all these inconsistencies and these statements that don't make no damn sense that cause a problem for me. And look, I know this is a comment that's off track. I even wrote this. It's off track. But why does it bother me so bad throughout this interview, this time and last time? Her shoes. That she's got her feet scooted so far forward in them. They're hanging off the front. And there's literally half a shoe behind her heel. And that drives me crazy when I see people do that. So I guess that's just a pet peeve of mine or something. But she knew she was going to go meet Chris. I don't know. And those weren't real good shoes to be walking that area with. And she's been to that Warriors a bazillion times, so she should know that. Okay. She really, really doesn't want to talk about the Twisted Tea part except to say that she don't know nothing about it. She never seen him drink it. She bought it for her mama. She don't know how he got it. You know. And without being asked, she goes into explaining the purchase at the hippie house. Like fast, boom, boom, boom. She's answering these questions. But I thought everything was in slow motion. Inconsistency again. And she just bought 3 of those vapes at Hippie House. They are not cheap. I went there personally. We all know this. I know which vapes she bought. I was shown, and they're not nicotine. And she bought 3. How does she not know if Hunter got one? If I just went and bought 3 nicotine vapes and I laid them in my console, I'm going to know. She might not have immediately known, but she daggum sure known when she went to grab them vapes out of that console when they got home. So I call bullshit. Okay? And why is she spending more time talking about Twisted Tea vapes in the hippie house than she's talking about her damn missing daughter, Summer? That bothers me. And why does she keep trying to turn to where her back's to the water and she don't have to look out at it? And as soon as she does, she's stuck like Chuck. And then this statement, it really, really, really resonated with me when she said, "I'm sorry, H, but you are not coming back to the house." To me, that sounds as if there had been a prior discussion and he was coming back to the house. Whatever Don said when Don called changed the game, or whatever happened in the water changed the game. Period. There was a plan that Hunter was going home with them. Okay, then it's Sonic. Summer had grape, which is purple. Where were the stains? No stains on her lips, her teeth, her tongue, as you can see in the pictures, her fingers, her face. None. She don't have no purple on the pink. None of that. Y'all tell me, how many y'all got a 5-year-old with the slushy? You know they take that lid off. You know they do to get the last at the bottom. You know that their mouth and lips is colored. Where's it at? Why didn't we see it in those pictures? It's just, that stuck out to me. Then she flat out states that she still has TikToks in her phone that TBI does not have yet, and that she's got stuff to do, so she's going to give it to them on Tuesday. The fuck you mean? They took your phone. You were supposed to have turned that in. So obviously you had a burner phone or a hidden phone that you didn't give to them. Why? Why? And then she never tells us where and when did that long sleeve jacket and pants get put on Summer. She does. If you are telling a narrative story of how something happened, that's part of the narrative. I mean, all the other little incidental bullshit she told us, why wasn't that told? I think like I said, the whys, not the hows, but the whys, I believe, will end up telling us the tale. And again, I touched on this earlier. She says that she left the boys at home and was just going to run out for a second and back home. But if that's the case, then why put Summer in a bathing suit before she left the house? H's story of her coming in and changing her makes more sense, in my opinion. And that's something else I've always wondered about. When she gets to the story about adjusting Grandma's knee brace and doing the flowers, you went to the hospital. The whole reason you went was your knee. Would they not have put the daggum knee brace on you? I mean, hello. And if you think somebody come on your property and kidnapped your kid, why are you going to send the rest of your kids out there? And where are your tears and the choking up when you're talking about the horror of finding your child missing? It's like she was just talking about going to the grocery store or anything else. Like she didn't get choked up. And how can she call Dawn from her phone but not 911? That's always bothered me. Then she talks about every day she told her kids, made sure every day she reminded them of the horrors in the woods. No parent does that shit every day. Makes no sense. Absolutely none. And then I ask y'all, again, I ask this question. If Summer and all those boys played outside so much, why are they so dang pale? We don't see no pinkness, no sunburn, no freckles, none of that. That's strange. And I call BS on her saying that she can't enjoy life without her kids. I've seen her several times at the water park and other places since Miss Summers went missing, and she's having her pretty good old time, laughing and having a good time when she didn't realize people were watching and taking pictures. And, well, what about your other, the two children, the Andrew and the Candus the third, and the child you gave away? You've been having a pretty good time without them. So before you had these 4 children that you now don't have, that just, to me, don't make sense. And if it don't make sense, guess what? Something's wrong. Something stinks, in my opinion. So give me your opinions at in the comment section. What do you guys think? I'll be going live later this evening. Get ready to go get my taxes done now. Pray, please, that I can get this so I can get my car fixed. Peace, love, and light. Thank you, guys.